I'm Anthony Savona, chef and owner of Hot Rods BBQ. I'm here today to show you how to make some BBQ ribs if you don't have a smoker. Now, obviously, you're always going to get the best product coming from a smoker with charcoal and smoke, but not everybody's fortunate enough to have a nice pit in their backyard. So if you're challenged like that, this is the way to make your ribs. We're going to be cooking in an oven in a pan, but we're first going to start with the preparation process, which involves dry rubbing the ribs and setting them up in the pan. So we're going to start. Always start with the highest quality meats. We're going to start with some St. Louis ribs. These are all natural St. Louis ribs. And the first step is going to be removing the membrane. And removing the membrane, you want to start from the side that looks like the cleanest part of the membrane. This allows the dry rub to set in and also keeps the ribs from staying together when you're eating them. Sometimes there's a pull on the membrane. We're going to use a towel here, a little wet towel, to pull back the ribs. It gives you a nice chance to pull on them, because sometimes it's very difficult. Some people use a fork, but I find the best way to do it is with a rag. All right. The next step to this process is adding a thin layer of mustard as well as your favorite dry rub. We're going to be using Hot Rod's signature dry rub base. The next step is applying your rub and your mustard. It's always good to use something in a squeeze bottle, just a normal yellow mustard. You want to apply a nice thin coat, rub it all around the base of the ribs, and this really helps your dry rub to adhere to the ribs. Dry rub. You don't want to overcoat the ribs. A nice even coating all around. You don't want to forget to get the edges. Okay, once you finish one time, we always start on the bottom side. Once again, coat the ribs. And mustard is a natural flavor enhancer for pork. And ham, spicy mustard. Alright, and you just repeat this process until all your ribs are completely covered. Now really the object is you're going to be steaming your ribs, keeping the moisture in there. Very, very important also not to choose a dry rub seasoning that has too much sugar in it. Sugar's going to really burn a lot faster than a rub that does not have as much sugar in it. Okay, the next step to this process is going to be setting the ribs up in this pan. I like to leave this little dry rub on the bottom here. But you want to take your ribs, you want to set the two sides up face to face, so you have a little bit of air room in there. And if you do a whole party, you can do like 6 or 7 racks and fill this out, but we're only doing 4 racks of ribs today. So we're going to fill out this area in the middle with some type of pan. Or you could use a glass, something Pyrex, something that can withstand the heat of 300 degrees. We're going to put it inside the center here. And we're going to fill it with just some water, to weigh it down. But before we put that in, we're going to add the screen. There's a screen. You could get your ribs right out of the liquid, because you don't want them floating in the liquid, because then we're going to be boiling them, and we don't want to boil ribs. We just want to steam them. So once your pan is in the bottom of the tray, stand your ribs up, put your metal container in, put some water in it, and then add your beer. 12 ounces of beer, your favorite type of beer. Today we're going to be using Yingling beer. Put it right inside there. Add your liquid smoke. And then you're going to cover everything with foil. Whenever doing this, you want to double wrap it, just in case it cracks or slides off the side. Keeping your steam and heat in is essential to your cooking process. All right, we're going to put this in the oven at 275 degrees. And if all goes well, we're going to have ourselves some fantastic ribs in about 3 hours. See you soon.